Today our journey begins at Panzadaung Creek, where I took a ride with a local boatman the last time I was in Yangon. It's in a small back neighborhood. You have to find a place called Nongtan Jetty. It's next to Tidarsek Jetty. If you're going to try to find this, you look off Mahabandula Bridge and looking to the south toward the Navy base is one direction. Up toward the northwest is Panzadaung Creek, and this is where you can actually find the small market and fishing area there. It's through a back neighborhood off of Lower Panzadaung Creek Road. You find your way through the small alleyways. The neighborhoods are full of teakwood homes. When you get down to the waterfront, the way you access these boats is over the wooden gangways or up the wooden planks, jetties, whatever you like to call them. If you want to find a local boatman to take you around, you're going to have to find one of these gentlemen here. We'll take you around across the river for about 200 kyat. What you have to do is hop on a boat, cross over. If you can find a dry spot along the land that's not too muddy, they'll come and pick you up right on the shore. But a lot of people were accessing the boats over other rice barges to get on. I actually hired the guy to ride one of these boats around for about 2,000 kyat because he took me for half an hour, which is equivalent of $2 US. I wanted to go further north to see the drawbridge area as well as to see the market that was behind where all the fishing boats are lying. There's a lot of river traffic up there, but what we consider a creek is actually a major river in parts of the United States or Western Hemisphere. But down here, when the river itself, and the Yangon River, is 3 kilometers wide, something that's 200 or 300 meters wide is considered a creek there. The barge traffic's large. There's a lot of cargo moving back and forth, break bark cargo. If you do want to access a boatman, this is your area here. This is the market itself. The fresh market, all the didderis and waste is thrown out the back here and goes out with the high tide. Find one of these guys, they'll row you around by hand. There's no motors on these boats. You have to go by hand. There's so much to see along the shore. Local boats are coming through. It's a traditional way to get around, and it is the water taxi of the area. The people are incredibly friendly. Breakbark barges always have an enormous amount of people. They use this as a regular river taxi, literally going hundreds of kilometers upriver. This is a more modern jetty on the left side here. This is Tidarsek, where the fishing boats from the sea come back in and unload. I saw that they did have shrimp, fish, crab, and different types of seafoods. Rice boat traffic runs up and down the country's waterways. This is a way that they access different rice growing co-op areas throughout the Irrawaddy Delta. It's through the small creeks, and they take these rice barges up and down the river. They pick up the tons of rice, bring them back, and it goes to a central processing area here in Yangon. The boats are kind of loud, boisterous. There's a lot of it's a life of its own out on the river there. It really must be seen to be appreciated. It's changing so fast, and these areas are disappearing as the development comes in, new buildings come in, and the older dock areas like this, they don't really have anywhere to moor, so they kind of dock off of each other, the boats. What you see on the left is the most modern warehousing facility and dock ports on the creek itself. Most are still wooden structures with wooden bases, but a look across the city from the bridge, you can see there are some dry dock areas as well as a few colonial homes scattered about. But the back part here was one of my favorite, the colonial dock area, if you will. Those docks that you see are more than 120 years old. This is an amazing day, and I do highly suggest that you get out and see this part of the river and use the local persons and let them explain. They do speak English. Let them explain about their culture and how the river system works and what comes in and out is cargo and the way the life actually feeds off of the river. This is David Dubine reporting for oilseedcrops.org and Myanmar Living channel from YouTube.